Welcome back to another video, 71 Race Team. So we are going to kick off this vlog by grabbing a family breakfast. We haven't had a family breakfast in super long, and as you guys know, after the move had endless unexpected issues that pretty much ruined the entire experience of moving out, ruined our plans as a family of everything we were going to do. And yeah, this was our first time sort of settling down and being able to actually spend time together and not deal with endless issues regarding the house.
I gotta get me a bag, steady type of cash on my bro and that same shit. No, it don't on lame, can't even on the same shit. I heard your shit in the swag, that shit is so sad, put in work at that basement.
Oh, the little kitty. Nothing like quality time.
Little boy, I'm not one you can play with. I grew up in Brooklyn, left right, I keep looking. If the ops come, then we get to bucking. So sad that my youngest stay shook. Get a bag, we don't play by the book. Made a slab, now they all wanna hug. If you ask, yeah, I do the dash, yeah. Got money bags, yeah.
Here we are, as I explained in the video or the vlog before. I basically shot this 5-minute segment that explained everything that transpired with the closing and the move, and I was going to tell you guys what has happened in the days that I've lived here and everything that's transpired. So I was going to try to keep everything in order, so I'm leaving that for now, or I'm going to basically continue that story right now and give you guys a little house tour now that we're pretty much settled in, to say the least. Got some sponsored products in the corner, got our desk, as you guys would have seen in the previous video. When I walked in here, we had the fan running already and the damn cord was hitting that, but I don't really use this, so we didn't even care to fix it. But got this California Dreamin' sign, and yeah, got a few items here and there. Sort of haven't completely set up everything in this area, but we might sort of fill up the wall, maybe not get too crazy like my bedroom. We obviously left all of that at home. I plan to basically travel back and forth. I'll spend most of my time here, but I'll go visit my family over there. So I wanted to keep my bedroom basically the same as what it was, and I basically got new stuff, and then other things like laptops and whatnot I'll just take back and forth. But yeah, so I didn't bring all my canvases or frames. I didn't actually bring any of them. I got 2 of them on a sponsorship, which you guys would have seen. These 2 were in a sponsorship, and this and the Inspire one I actually just bought a few days ago and then hung them up. But yeah, we'll probably get more. Here's the kitchen. Not much to share. Got our water there, got our fridge. We're not going to do it MTV style, but I do intend on replacing the fridge. Got some spices there. Got coffee maker, some water. This oven we ended up having to replace, which was sort of a long story, but we got the house, and stovetop was not working. I don't even know if the oven was working. But yeah, so we had to replace that, unfortunately. Spent some money there. Don't want to get into too much detail. It is a kitchen, pretty self-explanatory. And here we are over here, got our little recycling box and trash can. Got the Yeezys, water heater, not living room, but washing machine and dryer. As you guys know, I had mentioned that this was sort of the laundry room. Coming back over here, we got our dining room set up, even though I'm by my lonesome. So this is more for like when my family comes over, we'll have places where they could sit if they want to sit over there. Don't have a couch just yet, as you guys could tell, but that will be coming on Friday, so there'll be more options. I don't really, I'm not somebody that necessarily sits at the dining table, but my family is sort of big on it, so I decided to get the dining table so they have somewhere to sit. Living room, pretty open. I kind of like a spacious look. I don't like filling up spaces. I'm not a hoarder or anything like that. So got the TV, got this heater, your ventilation system, got this bedroom, you know, as I said, keeping it pretty simple. Neighbor, as you guys could maybe catch on camera, has a 5.0 Mustang that's that I don't want to like fully record, but you guys can kind of see it over there. So it sounds almost exactly like mine, but regardless, keeping it pretty simple. This is my sister's cat's stuff, as you guys know, Milo. And yeah, so got the bed, got the closet, have some of my stuff in here. Not going to get into too much detail about that right now, but I'll explain it in a second. Coming over here, we got our good old bathroom. Not really much to see, but I'll explain that situation momentarily as well. And here is my bedroom. As you guys can see, this is pretty much where we're down to. Maybach is at home, so I have my Mustang here. Keeping it fairly simple. Got a little setup over here, TV and stuff. Scale is awkwardly placed over there, but it was in my closet, which I won't show you guys my dirty clothes or anything like that. But this is my actual closet. I'm actually, if you guys wouldn't have noticed, I'm not living in the master bedroom. I'm saving the master bedroom as the guest bedroom. But yeah, so I have my stuff over there, and I'll explain why in a second. And with that, we're back here. So I'm not going to get into too much detail right now because of what might transpire and all of that. But we moved here and realized that it wasn't in the same condition that we thought it was. You know, it sort of has this modern type of look to it, and everything sort of looked nice. I didn't record the other places we saw, unfortunately, but you know, the other places we saw, we ended up going on, I think 9 tours or 10 tours in total in a single day. And a lot of the houses had issues, very visual issues, and you know, so we ended up passing on houses. You know, there was one house that I was interested in. It looked pretty decent, but it was like very dated. So, you know, the interior of it looked like it was probably, you know, styled maybe like 30 years ago or something, like, or 40 years ago. It was very, very old looking, but everything was sort of kept and maintained in like a particular way. So it actually looked nice, but it was very dated. But outside of that house and this house, you know, the rest looked like they needed a lot of issues because visually it just, you know, there were like very visual, you know, items that needed to be repaired. So after we saw this house, I think everybody sort of was on board that this was the house because it looked the nicest. And, you know, the only house that could compare was about 50 grand more, and the house was dated. So we looked at 2 bedrooms. I wanted a 3-bedroom, so we mainly looked at 3 bedrooms, but I had a few 2-bedroom backups, you know, but I, you know, wanted a garage. I didn't want to have a place where I would have to do repairs because I was trying to buy a second house sooner than later. So I didn't want to do repairs where I would lose money and, you know, be in a position where I couldn't afford the second house. So long story short, we ended up moving on this house. Like I mentioned in the previous vlog, I made 2 offers, and then one of the places that we never heard back from, not surprisingly, because the offer was a little on the lower end from what they wanted. And this was the house where the owners made a counteroffer and we ended up accepting. So that ended up happening. And as you guys saw in the last vlog, I sort of touched base on, you know, the tours, even though I wasn't able to record the tours because I was busy taking notes. I talked about the offers, you know, what happened, the closing, you know, the moving out, arriving here, and all that was in the last vlog. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. And I did an initial tour when I first got in here, and it was empty. So what ended up happening is that on the first night, we realized that the water in the shower was not running. We called a few companies, to come check it out. One was busy until Sunday. One was not even open on the weekend, and one was open, and these were all recommended to me, which I'm not going to completely explain, at least at this stage. So the one that was open and available basically came down, checked it out, and basically said that the repairs, just to get everything moving would cost a certain amount of money, which was a lot. And it came by surprise to me because unfortunately the companies we paid to inspect the property completely failed to do what they were paid to do, unfortunately. So I had no idea the shower was not running. I didn't know that there were other issues with the property related to the plumbing, since none of that was disclosed to me. Owner probably knew, more likely than not, because how do you not know? It was a rented property, but even then, I feel like you know what you have, at least to some extent, even if you're not living in it. So ended up in like a pretty horrible situation. We eventually got the water running after spending quite a bit of money unexpectedly. And then a few days ago, we ran into another issue regarding the plumbing. Had a different plumbing company come out, look at it, a reputable company as well. They came out and looked at it and basically told me that, to repair the issues, we're looking at spending almost another 15 grand. So at this point, I don't know. I mean, I'm in a very strange financial predicament because of how much money has been spent in the last, 8 or 9 days of being here. I didn't know that it would cost this much to repair this house. There were repairs which were needed, that the inspectors, looked at and gave quotes on. So I knew that it needed repairs, but the total repairs this place needed was about 10 grand. And I was okay with that. But none of these plumbing issues were discussed. They were never located by the inspectors who should have located them. So I got forced in a position where I would have to spend, unfortunately, well over 20 grand to fix issues that I didn't know existed because the inspector didn't do a good job. So it put us in a very bad financial situation. So that's sort of where we're at right now. There's always a possibility that I'll need to get rid of both cars. There's not that much to be said. Obviously, I'm being very transparent with you guys, the audience, and I'm hoping the channel continues to grow to help sort of build what I had envisioned. And I'm continuing to envision, but I had a very elaborate plan, which I explained in the last vlog, and this puts a huge wrench in those plans, and I'm just trying my best to stay true to those plans and what I told myself that I was going to do. Unfortunately, this inspector doing a horrible job ended up placing me in a position where, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. So I'm, trying my best to stay positive. It is very hard. I had very down days. Even right now, I'm very stressed about, what it will take to have a freaking functioning, toilet and sink and shower, and it seems like there's always issues, all of which existed prior to being here. And yeah, just trying my best to hang on, and we'll see where the rest of this vlog takes us. I do plan on going back home this weekend at least, if things go as planned. Some repairs are still being done here with the plumbing, so hopefully all of that gets done and wrapped up for this upcoming weekend, so I could go back home. And yeah, I might spend a week or so out there. I do have a trial coming up next week as well, which is one of the reasons I'm going back home. And yeah, so we'll just see where things go, and I'll probably be recording POV vlogs and stuff, since the drive will be fairly long, so you guys will be seeing more POV content and all of that. So I'm excited about the content end of things, and I'll take you guys around the city and stuff as well when I have the chance. But right now I'm sort of catching up on life, given everything that's gone on, you know, endless work being thrown my way, and trying to keep up, trying to, you know, stay ahead of that, catching up on that, catching up on content, editing, so on and so forth. As you guys saw, the sponsorship products and everything. So there's a lot, and I'm, you know, I guess I'm slowly catching up on everything. And yeah, hopefully I could record more vlogs for you guys. As you guys can tell, another day of dealing with the sewer issue, and yeah, it looks like the guy just showed up, and we'll begin, I guess, digging. I thought I would give you guys a few updates, so we're going to keep it a little more on the lifestyle end, but all of the plumbing is basically done. The only situation left for the bathroom, at least, is the patching of this wall. It's still a running task, and they'll probably come next week to work on it. And the main reason they're coming next week is because I won't be here. I'm going home for the first time in a couple of weeks, so this is going to be interesting. I'm probably going to stay around for a week. I'm not really 100% sure yet, because plans keep changing based on, you know, workflow and other things, and like I wouldn't be able to leave here because of, you know, the repairs that sort of suddenly arise out of nowhere. So that's one of the reasons I haven't gone home at all. So as things move around, kind of have to deal with it first and prioritize what's going on over whether I go home or not. But at this point, I'm almost done packing. I'm packing a lot of stuff because there's certain things that I want to just take home and don't want to bring it back. And then there are other things like the printer that I just need to take with me, unfortunately. So we're just going to basically take everything, or not everything, but we are taking, you know, how many clothes we need, and then everything else is sort of things that either I'm going to leave there or stuff I just need to take because, you know, they're valuables and whatnot, or for work. So I need to sort of go back and forth with it. But I am waiting for the sofa to arrive. I think it was like 30 minutes ago. They said they were about an hour away, and they're already late, since I believe they said that they're going to show up between like 12 and 2 or like 12 and 4 or something like that. But they're already way past that time. So I was actually going to call them to see what was going on, but they ended up calling me while I was packing and sort of doing other tasks. And yeah, so hopefully they're here soon. And yeah, since they're coming a little off schedule, I will pretty much have to stick around here for like a little bit, so the traffic cools down, because I don't necessarily want to go in traffic. So I will be sort of hanging out over here doing other chores and tasks. And once that's done, I will start heading out pretty much. Needs to get gas. And then after that, I guess we're hopping on the freeway and seeing how long it takes to get home and see what the weekend's about. I'll probably record. Usually I don't record weekends too much, but I think this time around I probably will. I think we're gonna try to keep it a mix between lifestyle stuff, especially given this huge transition, and include car stuff. We are still trading in the Maybach, but yeah, I'm thinking about a few different BMWs at this point. Been communicating back and forth with the dealer, One of the cars I'm looking at, I believe, is a 2011 328i convertible. Never owned a convertible for black on black, which is my taste, but it is getting reconditioned, so I've been waiting on that pretty much all week. And once that's done, hopefully I could go trade in the Maybach, and we'll see. I'll probably have the BMW stored here and have the Mustang here as well, and then keep the 04 back home. And yeah, we'll see how things pan out. And with that, we got ourselves a new couch. Definitely makes the living room like a whole different vibe. I might move it a little to the side, but it does add a lot of presence. I don't know if it's like super bulky or what it is, but we've been using sort of computer chairs and dining room chairs over here, so it's like definitely a different vibe. And yeah, I don't know, on camera you can't really tell, but like in person it looks like it takes like so much space and so much presence in the living room. But as you guys could see, we definitely have like a certain vibe to everything. Everything is pretty like simple, which is sort of what I like, and everything's sort of white, blacks, and grays. Here we are on the next morning. Got here late last night, obviously, as you saw, or kind of late. And yeah, unloading the car, and we might be trading a Maybach today or this weekend. We're several hours later, and we're gonna move out the cars, and it's time for the Maybach to leave the collection. So let's go check out the Maybach. Obviously, as you guys know, I haven't driven it in forever, and only drove it a few times actually since ownership. So I guess this is one of the final look of it being here. And yeah, it was short-lived. I think I recorded one POV vlog with this car when my cousin came to visit, and we actually took it to a car meet, which was my very first car meet ever, really. And yeah, we took a Maybach to a car meet, and then we ended up pulling up in the drag Mustang a little later. So probably the only memory I really have with this car. We did go house searching with this car too, so I guess that'll live with me, because we ended up purchasing a house that day, or moving forward on a house that we ended up getting later on.
I know that I'm good, ayy. Straight face and I look. They say that budget is in my outlook, yeah. Hot mail, we gon' post bail when that ship sail, oh yeah. I pop tax, that's my swag, don't get mad, go there. They wanna know how we came up out that basement, we was damn stuck. I was down bad on my ass, I had no job, I was up, yeah. Now I get to sit back and laugh while you haters are mad and you counting your pay stubs. I do this all on my own. Right after wake up, I go get my cake off. I gotta get me a bag, steady type of cash on my bro and that same shit. No, it don't on lame. Can't even on the same shit. I heard your shit in the swag, that shit is so sad.
Just arrived. Let's see what we get into. Yeah, they're pretty nice. I kind of like that one. That's the one the guy has down the street, the M2. M4 competition. Yeah, that's really nice. I think the cars are gonna be on this side. Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, I looked at them. So I mean, I might just get it fixed, but yeah, it looks pretty clean, right? What you think? Like outside, it looks. I think one of the wheels was like a little rusted, kind of like the M5 one. I don't know which wheel it was though, but I mean the body looks pretty good, I think. maybe I missed it by a couple of days or something. But, you know, we could have done like wider tires and stuff on it and whatnot. But yeah, it was
Apple steak.
It was pretty nice. Oh, they did? Yeah. 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 Thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know about the other cars I saw. Not my dad over there getting beverages. That's funny. But yeah, looks like they got rid of a couple of cars already, but we will see what we could do. Obviously saw the X5, which is our main choice.
I charge you double that payment. Look, boy, I'm not one you can play with. Watch out, everyone come for that ride out, yeah. Say watch out, we came with that dog pound, yeah. Say watch out, everyone come for that ride out, yeah. Say watch out, we came with that dog pound, yeah. I gotta get me a bag, steady type of cash on my bro and that same shit. No, it don't on lame, can't even on the same shit. I heard your shit in the swag, that shit is so sad, put in work at that basement. I charge you double that payment. Look, boy, I'm not one you can play with.
Out here, one final look. Really, they're about to take the X5 inside to detail it, so on and so forth, but we're coming out here to give one last look at the Maybach, make sure we took everything out. They got the remotes and cords, got that. Yeah, so we are moving forward either way. They're crunching numbers right now. I could have sworn there was another way to open this. I just don't remember how to do it, but there was some technique to open this entire thing. I just don't remember. But that's that. I think I pulled everything out of here. And yeah, next thing you guys know, we'll be in the X5. I'm not sure if I'm driving home or if my dad's driving home. Finally home. Jeez, that is so violently loud. So the neighbors are gonna hate me, but I'm gonna be going back home next week, so I'm out this thing. But yeah, we're just moving the cars to park. X5. I guess this is try 2. We're gonna have to put that Mustang in the garage, and we're gonna park this one out here because the X5 barely could fit. It's still like a foot off. As you guys know, food runs are probably the most important drives we take in our cars. So today we are going to be doing our very first food run in the X5. Damn, that moment when they paved the damn road, but it's after you got rid of the Lambo, got rid of all these nice cars. Now the road is perfect. We have an early start this morning, and I will say the neighbors obviously love me, because why wouldn't they? Got the freaking X5 with us this morning, which makes little to no noise, especially compared to all the other cars we've taken to court before. Oh, the neighbors do love me, or at least I think they do. But in any case, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.